My name's Tracy. I'm the General Manager of On Your Bike Recycle Limited. We've got shops in Taunton and Bridgewater. The charity is a bike recycling charity, so we predominantly have bikes that are all donated, as you can see by the bikes behind me, all donated from the general public. They are recycled, refurbished and sold on for affordable prices. All of that money that's made in the shop through parts and accessories and bike sales go back into for us to be able to deliver training courses and community-based projects in and around Taunton and Bridgewater, delivering doctor bike repair sessions, maintenance classes. We work in schools, but our main thing that we do is we offer our Earn a Bike course, which is a 4-week course, 3 hours a week. We give the beneficiary that comes in from any walk of life a bike. We teach them how to strip it, how to rebuild it, and they get to keep it at the end of it. So the bike that we work with and work on is their mode to get from how they were when they first came through the door to how they leave. So it's a very emotional process for a lot of people. Some people haven't been out of their house for weeks, months, years. Some people have come out of prison, some people are new to the area, some people don't speak English as their first language. We are almost counsellors to a degree. We feed people, we give them support, we make them feel included. There's one thing that's super important to us is a feeling of family and inclusion, that they know that this is a safe place. We do have a lot of people that are going through a really tough time, and they know that they can come and knock on our door at any time, and the door will always be open for them. So it's not, they may never use their bike skills again, but they know that they can come here and be safe, be welcomed in when things are tough. Duncan's had one recently where someone had come in and we made the difference of him taking his own life and him still being here. We have a lot of people that sometimes just need people to talk to be listened to give advice to. We've given people the confidence to get back into work. There's lots of small events. There's never, I can never remember the big ones, but it is always that feeling of I've achieved something and I'm not useless. I still have a role in society, and they're smiling. When they come in here, they look terrified because it's a new environment, a new skill. A lot of the people that we have come through our doors suffer with a lot of mental health issues. Most of the staff in here do, through one thing or another. I suffer quite a lot of anxiety. So for me, this is properly out of my comfort zone. But some of those things that we've been through can help us relate to the people that come through our door. So all of us are struggling at one point or another, but because we're all in a similar boat or have had experience, it just means that you're understood rather than feeling alone and you have no one to support you, talk to. We know that members of staff that are here, we are like a big family. We do have get-togethers. We've just had a summer barbecue actually, where all the beneficiaries, all the volunteers, their families, our families, all the staff have been to, and it was really nice because there's no feeling of them and us. It's a very friendly environment because obviously we have to make people feel when they come on our courses that they're part of a team and everybody's equal. We carry on that within the staff as well. Everybody's had their histories, their their backgrounds, their bad days, their things they're not happy what they've done, they regret, so on and so forth, but we're all here for each other. We do talk a lot when we are going through tough times. Some of us are still struggling with that now. One of our David's just found out he's a type 1 diabetic, and we're now all having to support him. And he's only got his brother, so if it's not for us, he'll forget to eat or whatever. So it's it is that, right, okay, I'm being told I need to do this, I need to do that, but it's about advice, it's about just being there for each other. there is always that air of there is never a stupid question, because most of the time I ask them. I trained last year and qualified as a Cytec 3 mechanic after never touching a bike. I did my apprenticeship here. There's 4 of us that have been through the apprenticeship now and are fully qualified mechanics. David's just going through it now, so coming from a background where I'm not mechanically minded at all, I ask lots of stupid questions. So I always use that whole I've been in your position, or I can relate to that. So that's always a phrase that's banded around quite a lot, is there's never a stupid question, and if you have to ask me 4 or 5 times, that's fine, because I want you to feel confident you can. It's just talking to people, talking to them like you would talk to anyone else. It's very much, I've always been under the motto that you treat others how you want to be treated yourself. And I know what it's like when you're in a room full of people that know what they're doing and you haven't got a clue, or you're going through a tough time and you don't feel comfortable enough to talk to them, but you give them that opportunity to speak and you listen. A lot of us have done mental health first aid training, and we know the importance of listening to people. Sometimes just being there to listen to someone is really important. So when you can pick up on cues that people are struggling with something, or they feel really awkward, or sometimes even I share quite a lot. I suffer with anxiety, and a lot of people go, really? Well, you just talked me through all of this, or you're doing the Earn a Bike course, which beforehand I'd only just qualified when I started delivering the Earn a Bike courses, and then you have to teach someone else something that you're really unsure of. It's terrifying, almost as terrifying as doing this. So I've suffered with imposter syndrome, I suppose, for quite a few years actually, since I went into the bike trade. I didn't have a clue about the bike industry at all. I came from a retail background of a big supermarket for 9 years, so I could sell, but didn't know anything about it, so I had to learn the industry quite quickly. So I got made redundant with Duncan. Then went into the letting agency for not even a year. I was great at my job, but I ended up on antidepressants because the stress of it was too much. I couldn't cope with it, didn't enjoy it, made me ill. And then I came here one day, my dad's got Alzheimer's, and I dropped off a load of his cycling stuff because he couldn't ride anymore. And Derek said, do you want a job? And here I am. I love my job. I love the people I work with, the people that you help. Working in a bike shop is very much about making money. It's not about helping people when times get really tough. We are so much more than a bike shop, and that's what our latest rebrand has been, is we changed to not just a bike shop, because we aren't your typical bike shop. And sometimes it's really difficult to explain that to people, because we do so many different things. Our biggest challenge is always money. It's having the funding to be able to keep doing what we're doing. Our service work, our repairs, our sales within the shop all goes back in to continue what we're doing. We'd love to be self-funding, but it just doesn't work like that. So the funding that we receive is really important, and finding those pots of money is becoming increasingly harder and harder because of the current economic climate. It's really tough. By videos like this going onto YouTube, people liking, subscribing, and sharing what we do gets the word out there. It's not just about us raising money, it's about creating awareness so people can help us continue what we're doing, but also use the services as well. Because if people don't know that we're here, they can't use us, they can't benefit from what we do. Our doors are always open. We're always willing to deal with whatever walks through the door with a smile, a warm welcome, normally tea and biscuits if Derek's not eating them all. But yeah, we're always, as soon as you walk through that door, you are another person, but another person that's an equal to everyone else that's in here as well.